Hey, you Tiger 93X here on a Sunday night, bringing you gameplay again by Mr. Massive. This is an incredible kill confirmed gameplay by Mr. Massive on Meltdown. Dude trying to stab you there, Mr. Massive. Way to take care of that stuff. Game starts out a little slow tonight, but I'm gonna tell you in a little while he goes on a rampage. Make sure you hang on to the end, guys, because I tell you, he goes ham on these guys. I'd like to see him with some higher score streaks though, but I guess he has he's running UAV, counter UAV, and lightning strike. Works well for him. I think he probably would have gotten his dogs or something had he been running that score streak, but he does well with these. Certainly can't complain. I can't do this well on a kill confirmed match. Well, I did that one on Carrier that time. That was about the only one. This is about a 10-minute video, so I'll have to take up 10 minutes of time commentating, or I may end the video with some music. But since we have 10 minutes, I'm going to go ahead and rant on the game a little bit. You know that's what I do. One of my videos probably wouldn't be complete until I rant a little bit. Black Ops 2 still has some horrible connection issues. Treyarch says it's our problem with our connections. If that's so, why can't I slip in my MW3 CD and it seems to work just fine, which I did for the past week. I haven't been playing Black Ops except for our Clan Ops. Yesterday I played. Didn't get credit for any of my kill confirms. There you go. There's another reason. Just don't like this game. But I got some other problems too, and it has to do with other players in the game. And this isn't just Black Ops 2. This was MW3, MW2, Black Ops. They'll cue in on one particular gun and say, "Oh, you're not supposed to use that. You're a noob if you use that." In this case, I've talked about it before. It's the shotgun. These very same people are the guys that are running around with dual pistols. And in my opinion, the dual pistols are way OP. I mean, come on. Even a single pistol can outdo an assault rifle in many times. And I don't complain about it. I don't bitch about it. It's part of the game. Just like shotguns are part of the game. Another thing. Why do people insist that once you get a gun gold, that you can't use it anymore? They're like, "Why are you using that gold Remington? You need to get it diamond before you use it again." Where are all these rules written down? Is there a book that I didn't get to see or something that I need to go buy? The unwritten rules of Call of Duty? You know, who sets these rules? You know, why? I like my gold shotgun. Maybe I don't want diamonds on my shotgun. Maybe I don't particularly care for two of the other shotguns, and I don't want to sit there and mess up my KD and my score per minute trying to run around to get these guns gold. It's just my opinion. And speaking of camos, what's with these new camos? Bacon? Camo? Come on, guys. I like bacon as well as the next guy, but I'm not going to run around with bacon on my gun. But if people like that, people like it. You know, hey, it's just not me. So anyway, it's not long now, and Mr. Massive is going to go on his rampage. And I thought about something. I know on Sundays I usually do a life story. So I'm going to bring you another life story today. This story is from my college days again. I have quite a few interesting stories from college. It was a very great time in my life. Love to go back and do it again. Getting a little bit too old to do that now, though. Probably wouldn't have the energy to keep up. Anyway, after I had moved from the slum apartments that I lived in where I got robbed, I got an apartment with some pretty nice guys, and we had a blast. One particular night, it was forecast to be around 2 degrees that night. Very cold, especially for northern Alabama. But it was going to go down to about 2 degrees. We had some neighbors next door that we weren't particularly fond of. We kind of made fun of them. Probably mean. I look back and I'm like, wow, we were pretty mean. Anyway, these guys, just your typical, let's just say nerd type of guys. Like I said, it was probably mean. And I look back and I'm like, maybe we shouldn't have picked on these guys, but we did. Anyway, this night was supposed to go down to 2 degrees, and the boy next door, he drove one of those. It was like a 1980, 79 model Ford Mavericks. I don't know if any of you guys remember that car. I know a lot of my younger viewers probably have never heard of a Ford Maverick, but some of the older guys, they'll appreciate it. Ugly car. Anyway, it was a brown Ford Maverick. When we were up, it was about 6 of us over there. I think we had a couple of cases of beer and just having a good time listening to music. And every 30 minutes, I would go outside with the water hose and spray down that car. And we did this all throughout the night. 30 minutes would go by, and I would go out there, spray down that car with a water hose. I imagine my neighbors were asleep or something, because I don't remember anybody coming out and wondering what we were doing. But we were laughing, and ice started to form on the car. Each time we sprayed a layer of water on there, it was another layer of ice. And I believe we stayed up all night that night and pretty much spraying that car down. The next morning was just a normal class day. Oh, Mr. Massive, that was awesome. Triple kill. Whoa, he's on his rampage now. Anyway, the next morning, the sun came up and we were still awake. We're looking out the window as the boy went out to get in his car to go to class. The car probably had a good 2 inches of ice covering it. He couldn't even get his key in the keyhole. He scratched his head and he looked around the parking lot at the other cars. And he just couldn't figure it out. What's going on? And I walked outside like I was going to class. Lord knows I must have missed a lot of class doing some of these things we did. But I went outside with my book bag and went to get in my car, and he was sitting there scratching his head. He goes, "What happened?" And I said, "Man, what happened to your car? It must have rained last night." He goes, "Y'all don't have any ice on y'all's car." I said, "Oh, we were all gone all night last night. It must have rained here on your car." And he couldn't figure it out. He was like, he was sitting there trying to dig his key in the side. He went and got a screwdriver and was trying to get the ice away. And then we watched him through the windows. He went back and forth with pitchers of hot water, pouring it on the car. Poor boy, I don't think he ever made it to class. And even when he finally got the door unlocked, it was frozen shut. He was pulling and pulling and pulling and pulling. I think the car sat there the whole day, and it warmed up that day. I think it took a good few days for that car to actually thaw out to where he could get in his car and drive it. Anyway, funny life story. We were probably mean, but hey, gotta be mean sometimes. Dude, what were you looking at? So back to the gameplay. Mr. Massive went on his little rampage here. I hope you've been paying attention because it was awesome. Still is awesome. I think he goes 40 and 12 or something in this gameplay. I'll put it up at the end of the video. But it really was a good video. That was, I think, the first time he got killed. He got some good lightning strikes. I think that one only got one guy, but there was one earlier that I think he got about 4 or 5 guys with the lightning strike. I'm not too keen with the lightning strike. Somehow I don't seem to place it in the right place. I'm still stuck on my chopper, sentry gun, and hunter killer. Yeah. Anyway, Mr. Massive, this was an excellent gameplay, and we will keep putting his gameplays up as long as he keeps bringing them. He'll usually email me when he gets something good to put up, and since I've not been playing Black Ops 2 this week, I actually was going to I have a few good MW3 gameplays. Look at this, double. Guys didn't know where he came from. I got a few MW3 gameplays this weekend that were pretty good. I was very close to a Moab on Village. If y'all would like, I'll put some of that up. That's the end of the match. Mr. Massive, excellent job. AU Tiger 93X out. And I appreciate everybody watching and subscribing. See you guys later.